Hey guys, welcome to Rome Reviews. I'm Rome, and today we got the Ray-Ban Metas. Um, and what I'll say is, these are the Wayfarer model, and I have really grown to enjoy these. I didn't initially think that there was a practical use for them until I was out with my son over the weekend, and I'll kind of break that down to you how I felt like I had a missed opportunity when I was with him at the park over the weekend. But anyway, these are the Ray-Ban Metas, and this is the Wayfarer model. And what I'll do is I'll pop something up on the screen, kind of scrolling through the website, showing you the different models that are available. But basically, you have the Wayfarer, you have the Skylar, and you have the Headliners. Now, I don't know if there are any not issues, technical differences between the models, but I do know that the frames are different between the models. So, and there are different color variations between them. So, there's that. And yeah. So moving on, we can go ahead and just jump right into the specs, and then I'll go ahead and talk about my use for them. And some of the things that they say you should use them for, it really doesn't fit my lifestyle or how I would use them. But they suggest, well, you know what? Backtrack. Let's get into the specs. So, these specs, doo, 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 we'll talk about weight because I mean you will be wearing these on your face, and I can honestly say from my experiences they are 48.6 grams, but they feel like regular glasses to me. I don't feel like they really have a real weight difference. Now, I would have to compare those to some regular frames, but I don't wear glasses regularly. But I will say that my shades, my sunglasses that I wear, they feel pretty much like those. I mean, I feel no difference when I put them on. The charging case itself is 133 grams, and I only talk about this weight because it plays a role later on in the review, and I'll touch bases on that. So yeah, let's keep going. So the cameras on these glasses are 12 megapixels ultra wide. The image acquisition on these are 3024 by 4032. The video capture on this is 1440 by 1920. Very good resolution, especially for such a small lens that you have on here. No, small lens, I guess small camera. But anyway, that video acquisition is at 30 FPS. So you can't get 60 or anything like that on these. But the video still looks good. But you'll notice it when you're swaying from side to side, looking around. And I plan to pop some video up on the screen later on, kind of, or maybe it's up on the screen now. We'll see how that looks in editing. um, there are two custom built-in speaker. They're open ear, so I guess with the arms being pressed against your head, it's playing audio directly down into your ear. And I don't know. Let's see if I can get close on that. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. I have to slowly focus my camera because my if I put the autofocus on this camera, it would constantly be trying to track things and be in and out of focus constantly, and it would just be distracting. But anyway, you should be able to see the little speakers there, and they are actually really good, especially for their size. They are really impressive. Um, there are some touch sensitive, touch capacitive things on there where you can turn the volume up and down by the arm by swiping either direction. There's a on and off button right there where you can turn them. I mean, if you just want to use them as regular glasses, you can. So you just turn off all the features that come with it. Um, I guess I could touch on the lenses a little bit. If you have a prescription and you want to use these glasses, you can get your lenses fit into these. And I would go to the website and grab those specs off of there because there are a certain strength of prescription that you could fit in here, and there's a limit. So forgive someone's outside cutting their yard, but anyway, so you can get transitional lenses in here. You can do regular, just full on darkened lenses for to make these permanent sunglasses, or you can just do regular lenses like I have here. So yeah, but with that being said, you can see here, like I said, I'm gonna do my slow zoom again. So I mean, slow focus. So forgive me, guys, but you'll see these two dots there, and here's where that comes into play. With the case, once you pop these glasses in the case, you'll see that it charges by these pins. So let me fold these up. And once you pop them in, and they snap into place actually. So they snap in and they'll start charging. You see it light up on the front and it's charging. So I guess I'll get into the battery. The battery is pretty good on these, especially based on the amount of space and how much they've squeezed into these arms of these glasses. They don't give you a battery size. Well, I was unable to find it on any of the websites, either Meta's website where they have all their different products, or Ray-Ban's website. But what they do tell you is that these glasses are supposed to last 3 to 4 hours with use, based on like recording or playing music or snapping pictures, so on and so forth. They're supposed to last 3 to 4 hours, and I have found that to be fairly true. I get a little bit over 3 hours to 4 hours, but the reason I brought up the weight of the case earlier is because if you're going to be on a outing and you're just going to be out bouncing around all day, the case comes into play where after about 3 4 hours, you want to pop your glasses into the case and charge them up. Now, I haven't tested how fast the glasses will charge, but I will say that it did help when I was able to. I didn't track it when I was out and I tried this. I did do it. I popped them in there and I did take them out. I'm gonna guess and say maybe 30 to 45 minutes later, but either way, it was charged up and they were ready to go again. So, like I said, if you're gonna be out more than 3 or 4 hours, or you're just gonna be on an outing all day, keep your case with you where you can just pop your glasses in. And these are not pocketable by any means. The case specifically, so carrying around can be a hassle if you don't keep a bag with you of any sort, like a backpack or anything like that, where you keep your gadgets like I do. I just keep a backpack with me, so it didn't bother me much. But the average person won't do that. But you could easily turn your glasses off when you're not using them to preserve battery. And when you feel like you want to capture them, just pop that slider over, turn them on, and you're good to go, and you can start tracking. Now, I will say that there is a delay between when you press the button to take a picture to when it actually takes a picture. I would say that's a full second to second and a half, which I guess when you compare that to having to pull your phone out of your pocket, turn on the camera app, take the picture, I mean, it's still way less time than it would take for doing all of that. But just be aware that by the time you press the button to the time it actually takes the picture, the moment may have passed. I mean, that's the risk that you take. But with video, it seems to start recording like a half a second after you press the button, or to a full second. I'm not sure, but yeah, so it's weird that the video starts immediately where the picture takes time to actually snap. Yeah, that's just something I noticed. So just be aware. Now, to the story that I was mentioning earlier, where I took my son to the park over the weekend and I had left these glasses at home. Not intentionally, but I did leave them at home. And I just thought, hey, not a big deal. I'm just taking my son to the park. But my son did do something that I really wish that I had these glasses with me to capture, where I could help him and still be able to start the recording up and get back to what I was doing. So he went down the slide over the weekend, which he was previously afraid of, but he was just doing it over and over again. And I was like, ah. But he wouldn't go around to climb up the ladder. He just wanted to walk right back up the slide and go back down. And so I was helping him up so he wouldn't slip and hurt himself. And I just remember thinking, man, I have my phone with me right now. I have to go in my pocket. I would have to try to hold my phone and try to record him while I'm helping him up to make sure he don't hurt himself, when I could just press the button on here and start a video and record and still have my hands free. And I just really, I really hated that. I was like, ah, so that's my use case for these. So initially, what I was gonna do is review these glasses, and I was gonna say I just can't figure out how they would fit into my life because I'm not a vlogger. I don't walk around and record everything that I'm doing. I don't live stream to Facebook or what's the other one, WhatsApp, or anything like that. So yeah, and that's another thing. Streaming video, you can do video calls on these with Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp. Yeah, I don't do any of that. I I don't use WhatsApp whatsoever. I really don't use Facebook. And I know that's weird considering that I have the Ray-Ban Metas, which is I mean, Meta product, Facebook product. But I don't do any of that. So for those people that do those things, they want to share what they're seeing with their friends or followers, however Facebook references the groups of people that do you interact with regularly. This will work perfectly for you because you could just live stream directly to the those apps. But for me, they come into play for me where if I could just press the video button and start recording, and it just that's my use case. So with that being said, video recording on these glasses are good. I mean, it's not amazing by any means because it's only what is 14 by 1920. So it's good quality, but it's only 30 FPS, and it's going to be vertical as opposed to that horizontal aspect ratio that I prefer. But good quality. You will notice that 30 FPS when you're swaying from side to side, which I mean that's normal human behavior, and that's what your head is going to do. So yeah, and what I'm gonna do is, if I haven't done it already, once again, I'm gonna have video playing on the side from the actual cameras on these glasses, and that way you guys can see and judge for yourself or whether they'll fit for you or not. But yeah, so that's my take on these. Yeah, for the average person, you can capture moments, and if you want to just snap a picture while you're walking around, they're really good. I mean, the lenses are not really noticeable to people as they're walking by, but I wore them to a meeting yesterday, and my coworker was staring at me. I guess he was trying to figure out what was going on with the glasses, and he was like, "Man, what is that on your glasses?" I was like, "Oh yeah, they're cameras." And I just had to go into this whole spiel about it. So be prepared that you might have to go into a spiel about it. The average person won't really ask you about them too quickly because it's not super noticeable, but be prepared. Someone's going to ask you about it. So, yeah. But my overall take on these, would I recommend these for the average person? If you're going to use them as sunglasses and you wear sunglasses a lot and you get the darkened lenses, even if you do transition lenses, if you just want to be able to capture moments at a moment's notice, yeah, these would be good for you. But I really recommend these for the Facebook people, the WhatsApp people that want to just they live stream regularly. They interact with their friend list regularly. These are really for those type of people. I can't really recommend them for the average user, but I can recommend it for those type of people. But the picture quality is really good, and like I said, if they should be up on the screen as I'm talking about these pictures and videos. The audio quality is surprisingly good for these mics. They record pretty good audio. So what I'll do is, I guess now I'll play some audio for you guys if I haven't already. I'll play some audio so you guys can hear it, how it sounds for you, and then we'll come back and wrap up. Oh yeah, guys, I wanted to cover the app really quickly that you use to interact with the glasses. So keep in mind that this app will be running in the background at all times of your phone, and it does use power, so just keep that in mind. So right away, you'll be taken into the home screen. It just kind of breaks down how to use the glasses. It has a little snippets. If you click on it, it tells you how to interact with them. So pretty straightforward. What you want to, where you want to be is actually on this photo gallery tab that right here. And this is where you'll see all of the pictures and videos that you've recorded. And I mean, the app itself is pretty intuitive, pretty smooth, and you'll see your glasses battery life up there, what percentage is sitting at. You'll see your notifications for anything, any media that you've imported, um, and you can go take you to settings, set up longer videos. So with that being said, by default, I believe it is set up to do, I want to say 60 seconds or 1 minute. I moved mine up to 3 minutes. I never really record that long, but I like it to have that freedom to go that long if I want to, but I always end up stopping it way before it gets to 3 minutes. But here, you'll see when you take a picture with the glasses, it'll automatically pop up at the top telling you how many items you've taken pictures of. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can do that really quickly. 1 second. Just so I can show you guys what that looks like. So, I take a picture, and you'll see right there, it pops up one media found, and you can import it. And importation is importation, goodness gracious, I just make up words. Importing is fairly quick, especially for pictures. Now for videos, depending on the length, it can take a moment, so just keep that in mind. But you can share, of course, directly to WhatsApp, Messenger, things like that. But if you want to share further, you can go in and look for other apps, text, things like that. And the next tab I want to show you is the Meta AI tab, where it shows how you've interacted with the camera. So earlier, I told it to translate what I'm looking at. I said the keyword, I won't say it because it'll trigger the glasses. And it gave me instruction on how to properly use it. It says to ask about what you see. Start the question with a phrase, "Hey, blah blah blah." Look and translate what I'm seeing. So that's what I did next. I was looking at my phone and I popped a little message up on my phone in Spanish for it to translate for me. And it did a really good job. It says this text appears to be a message in Spanish. It roughly translates to, "I present to you the saint of my husband who never does anything wrong, and I'm the crazy one." That is a quote that I translated from a video that I found in Instagram Reels. And it was just basically a woman being funny, saying that my husband never does anything wrong, and actually I'm the crazy one. And she didn't really mean it. But anyway, and you can ask these glasses to tell you what you're looking at any given time, and it'll snap a picture. It won't save the picture in your gallery, so it won't take up space, so you don't have to worry about that. But it'll snap a picture, and it'll use AI to look over the picture and then kind of break down what you're looking at, which is really impressive. If I find a way to record that by the time that I post the video, I'll share it. But I haven't found a way to really record that and share it. Maybe what I could do is, let me do this. Hey Meta, what am I looking at?
You are looking at a light source, possibly used for photography or videography. There is also what appears to be an external hard drive on the table in front of it.
If the camera picked that up, I'll leave it in. If it didn't, I will take it out. But it snaps the picture and then breaks down the scene around you. So that's really impressive. And what you have after that is settings. You just go in and you can manipulate and update your glasses. Go to general, restart your glasses, unpair, reset them. And you can set up gestures for the touchpad. And you can set for what it'll open. Right now it's only limited to Amazon Music, Spotify, and things like that right now in Meta AI. But maybe they'll add some things in the future. I doubt it, but those are what it's limited to right now. And Right now, these buttons are press once to take photos, and or you can press and hold to take photos. I have it right now set to press once to take a photo, and I have it set to press and hold for just like a second to record videos. I don't see anything to change that for videos, but yeah, that it is what it is. So that is the app. I just wanted to touch on that with you guys. Actually, let me see. Glasses privacy, voice storage. Oh, store audio recordings of what you say. I think I'm leaving that off because I don't know if it just records when I exit to look at the scene or ask it a question, or if it's recording all the time. I don't know how I feel about that, so I'm leave that off. Activity log, yeah, it keeps that. Oh, it was recording my phone call. Interesting. I was taking a phone call on my glasses and it was recording that. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, that is the app. Very intuitive, very smooth. So, yep, that is all that I have today for the Ray-Ban Meta. But to wrap this up, great product. This has come a long way, and to put such a quality camera and video recorder, mics, speakers, everything like that in such a small package, light package, it's impressive. So yeah, feel free to drop a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, and feel free to ask anything that you would like to know about this particular product, anything that I may have missed on this. Yeah, feel free to chime in. Appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll get with you next time. Later.
Artlist.io. Look, back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed.